Okay, this is Gene Hodge and John Glover. We're here, and we're going to go to my screen. The first place I'm going is to this screen over here. Uh, yeah. Can you see this okay, John?
Yep, it's 6 panels.
Right, okay. I'm just gonna jump ahead. Uh, this is another workshop that I give, but the
Okay.
exercise that I wanted to do was in this exercise. Okay, okay. Well, here's the exercise I wanted people to do: is to write down 3 to 5 things that they're good at doing. Write down three.
We did this before, you know that, right?
Well, I'm not sure, but I don't know about the others. Anyway, if you've done it before, then it's something that you can think about.
Okay.
Okay, but asking people to write down what 3 to 5 things that they're good at doing that they've gotten from the workplace, and 3 to 5 things that they're doing that they've gotten from employment. Anyway, so this list here, once you can put this together, this is what hodgepodge training is. It's looking at the unique skill set that only you have. Nobody on this planet has your unique skills based on what you think you're good at doing or how to do and enjoy doing.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the first thing. There's no other you on this planet, so this is you. Everybody's will be different. Anyway, so I'm just going to jump ahead. I introduced myself earlier when I had spoken to you, I believe. But anyway, I think you know my background, but I got 35 years plus working with computers, training and managing training projects, stuff like that.
Yep.
I, I worked for major companies as a computer programmer, training manager for the Cigna, Federal Reserve Bank, at Pitney Bowes World Headquarters. Spent some time in the military working with computers and information systems. Um, I've been a training consultant probably a good 20, 25 years. I worked for some of the big management firms, stuff like that. I have the so-called credentials, and I may be what you call a minority, and I want people to see this and know this. But I've had to learn how to overcome some obstacles because hopefully you see me, hopefully you notice I might stutter a little bit every now and then and all that kind of stuff. But I'm also an author and I have a radio show and a few other things. The purpose of this, because you did it for you, is learning. Okay? It's
Hmm.
impossible. It's impossible for you to look at me and know what I've done. It's impossible for anybody to look at you and know what you've done. Which means the only way they can know who you are, you must speak it or you must write it like in a resume or a bio. That's the only way we're going to learn. However, 99.99% of all of what you know has come from this media right here. I developed this chart with two exceptions. Hold on just for a second. With two exceptions. The experiences you have gone through in your lifetime, nobody else has gone through your experience. Which means the only way we can learn from you, you must speak it again. Um, the other exception on this chart here are the other people that you've been around in your lifetime. It's your mother's brothers, aunts, uncles, all that kind of stuff. The neighborhood you grew up in, school system you went to, all the jobs that you've had, all the people that you met and traveled. Out of this box right here come all your values of life, right, wrong, good, bad, all that kind of stuff. Everybody else learns exactly the same thing. Okay, so for example, when you went to school, everybody read the same book. When you read the Bible, everybody knows exactly the same thing. Listen to the radio, could be anywhere from 500,000 people to 10 million people learning exactly the same thing because all you can do is listen. You can't, you can't react to it, so all you do is listen. When you watch TV, it could be 10, 20, 50 million people learning exactly the same thing because all you can do is listen and watch. Okay, so So we know about people like you from the media, but we don't know you. Okay, so one of our biggest problems as a society, we think we know people based on what we've gotten from the media, and we don't know you. So anyway, so you can think of just things that people have told you in your lifetime. You say, where'd that come from? Well, it came from stuff that they got that they believe is true, right, wrong, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. That's how much I want to see because I'm introducing a learning model designed to get you to recognize how you've learned. This is an 8-week course that you won't grasp this in a couple of minutes because, because you've been operating the way you have all your life. And so it's an 8-week course going through different things as they pop up that you share with other people. It's not something that will work good virtually because unless you can see other people and talk to them, this is very minor. It's very helpful, but this happens in a live setting where we can see you front, back, up, down, all that kind of stuff, which is what the rest of the world sees. Anyway, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm, I'm going to stop the sharing of this screen and I'm going to go back and I'm going to go share another one now. That is, let's see, that one. That is, let me see, hold on just for a second. That is this one here. Okay. This is something that I have to do for the University of Tampa that I'm working on right now. This picture. Oh, can you see this okay?
I can see it. I mean, it's small writing, but
Oh,
I'm not trying to, read it per se.
okay. Well,
I'm listening.
Most people, most most humans are naturally motivated to do something that they enjoy. Yet most of them settle for jobs that they don't want to do. Most employers struggle with how to increase low productivity and morale. And anyway, so what I'm doing, I have a company that's called Hodgepodge Training. It's a workforce optimizing training company. I provide training programs and sell training products that solve common problems that literally you see every day and other people see it, but it's for job seekers, the problems that they have finding employment or enjoyable employment, and addressing the employer because of the employee productivity and morale problems that they have. So what I'm doing is I'm introducing a learning model that doesn't exist. Okay? It's a model that shows job seekers how to gain compatible and enjoyable employment at competitive wages for the rest of their lives so that they're productive and doing what they enjoy doing and have high morale. On the other side, we show employers how to improve employee productivity and morale so they can increase their profits, but by saving them huge sums of money that they're currently spending on training, retraining, grievances, turnover, and lawsuits. Okay, so we can make a bunch of money just helping them find better people.
Okay.
Anyway, so what makes this whole thing different is the win-win process for the employer and the individual, for which nobody else is. I'm going to say we have very few competitors, if any. Our results are achieved without using any traditional methods. We use nothing. We use nothing traditional that you've been taught, but we use all of what you know that you just haven't. All of what you know, but you're not using. We only focus on the individual's unique, motivated skills and abilities. That list that you came up with, it came from you based on what you think of you, and you do these things every day, and the rest of the world been seeing you, and all of your jobs and all the things that you have is because the other people saw what you were more capable for and opened opportunities and doors for you. Okay, so the purpose is to get you to recognize how you got here is based on the other people choosing you, which means all the stuff that I shared in my background, because people have been choosing me to do things I could never imagine. I believe the world operates like that. We always can see things in people, but we can't see ourselves. Anyway, the goal here, the mission of me is to improve workforce productivity and morale on the global stage level. Anyway, so what I've done, somehow I've been blessed, I'm just going to use the word, but I've already demonstrated the program and the process already. Put tens of thousands of just common people into our programs. As a business, I'm certified and got all these things and everything. My courses have been approved by the Florida State Department of Ed. I've implemented programs in 5 colleges, 3 cities. Done work with the Department of Labor, regional workforce boards, had write-up in the New York Times, registered, sent all that sort of stuff. You've seen some of this. Got articles published in LinkedIn and on my website. And you know I got a radio show. Somebody's been choosing me in order to allow me to do these things. Okay. Anyway, so we're introducing a process that solves this problem. Anyway, so I'm going to get out of this now, and I'm going to go to the process. I want to share the process with you. Let me see. Because I got to stop the share again and go back. And I'm going over here now. Okay. Can you see this? I just kind of started to put this together.
Okay.
This is I'm not going through all of this because I just started putting this together. But what I am what this is designed to do is to show how we get started as children. And if you imagine like Christmas or any special holidays, you look back at your kids, you could kind of give them all the toys and things that you want or whatever. The kids will go around and pick up all of those toys and check them out. That's curious. When they go back and start using it, then they're interested in something that they picked up. Now they go back and pick it up again. When they start doing things with it, based on what they enjoy, that starts motivation. And you've been doing with aptitude and motivation. I'm still working on the slide, but the bottom line is the things that you're motivated to do, you've been doing all your life. And the aptitude, because you have demonstrated those things for other people, then you already have the aptitude. Okay, so we don't give any tests in our program. We tell our individuals not to take any tests, because when you can tell somebody what you did and how you've done it, then you already have the aptitude to do it. Anyway, so when you start doing it more and more, now you become productive, doing the things that you enjoy doing. Anyway, so you become motivated when you take on the challenges. Anyway, so this is something I just put together. And when you start doing it over and over again, then you gain experience. I'm saying all humans have done that based on what they choose to go do in life. And I'm going to say that the answer has been right in front of our eyes all the time. Our society hasn't seen it. So these are when you're doing what you enjoy doing and you're productive, then you can get paid just doing what you do anyway. Now, this thing here is designed to say there are several ways to get to the top. This is how your aptitude comes into play, that based on your uniqueness, you went there your way, somebody else might get there another way because they're not you. Anyway, so this is designed to get other humans to recognize there's a zillion ways to do things as long as it gets done.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so we kind of start like this, and we kind of grow up and become this. This here is is the solution that I'm offering. I could not share this a couple of years ago because I didn't know myself. Okay? Anyway, so, but if you look at this chart, I'm going to try to go through this right quick here. Go back here. When we're born, we're all born with a unique skill set. And nobody's got the same based on that list that you just came up with. We all want to be productive. Okay, can you see this? Okay.
You got to blow it up some more.
Okay, hold on. Let me see how I can do that. I don't know how I can do that.
Well, don't worry about it for now, but know that if you're going to present it to someone,
Yeah,
you're
I'll do
going
it
to have,
later.
huh?
I can blow it up. I have to get out of this and just go to something else and blow it up. That's all. Um, let me,
We're going to keep on talking, and I'll follow you. Because remember, I'm going to get a copy of it and be
yeah,
able to
okay.
look at it anyway.
Right. Anyway, this said that we all want to be productive. We all are born to do things that we enjoy doing. And as a job seeker, when we get old, we want to use our knowledge based on the things that we're doing. Okay, so most people end up doing something else. We live in a system where we're taught to go get a so-called education. And so the system, it offers it offers us many types of training programs. Our motto says 100% of all the programs in college have literally nothing to do with you at all. And the reason it doesn't, because all of those programs are already designed, so how can they have anything to do with what you like and know how to do and all that kind of stuff? Okay? They have limited topics. A lot of people become unemployed, especially when they're in job transition, and this process affects humans, which means this solution is it includes everybody: the disabled, the veterans, the minorities, the immigrants. However, what happens in this system, we go through these programs, and when we come out, we end up going to work. When we go to work for an employer. Because the employer needs functional people, they need people to perform, they need to increase productivity and high morale, and people who like their jobs. And it could be those that become self-employed because they've done what they're passionate to do. What happens is that we go into a system whereby the employers, because we're not doing what we enjoy doing, the employers lose productivity and morale, which is where they're spending all the money on. But they're losing money through training, retraining, turnover, grievances, and lawsuits. Now, with this model, the worker is never the victim. What happened? We live in a society where people blame the victim. This model allows you to see how the HR people who choose these people from all these things aren't able to find enough productive people. And the CEOs know that the HR people can't do it. The educational institutions have a high dropout rate because individuals are choosing the topics that have nothing to do with what fits them in terms of all those other abilities and skills that they walked in the door with. What my process does, it takes the things that make a person unique, that they enjoy doing, the specific skills that they've developed based on what they enjoy doing, and the motivation. Because all the things that you've done, they're already proven, because we all see the things you're capable of doing. And since we can see the things that you enjoy doing and know how to do, then we know you don't need tests. You already have the aptitude. Like I said, when you can describe what you've done and how you've done it, you have the aptitude to do it. Difference is it gives you self-esteem. In many cases, self-educated, which means if you want more, now you've got a reason for going back to get more knowledge. Anyway, so when you got a reason to go back, you'll go back and you'll hear what the people are saying. all the stuff that you've done for the other people is already credible. Okay, so you don't have to mix anything at all. And because of your age, you have experience. Because you've grown up doing the things that you're interested in doing and motivated to do. Anyway, so what we do is combine today's use of technology in order to allow you to function. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that this process, I've developed this process that is I'm calling it the bridge. It's the bridge that takes all the things that you enjoy doing based on your age and your passion and your experience and your education, and it takes the things you enjoy doing in order to transfer those into the workplace, thereby solving the problem of increasing employee productivity and morale for the employer, and you having jobs that you'll enjoy doing and do better. So now the self-esteem and productivity is up, and you have the knowledge to also become self-employed if you like. Anyway, so the process, this process, I'm saying, it is a solution that transforms a human productivity into functional productivity that a workforce needs. Okay, do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to go to, this is how you look at it from a different perspective. Again, the problem is that jobs seekers are just taking jobs to collect a buck, but if they don't enjoy doing it, then there's no way that can be productive. You can't be productive doing what you don't want to do. Okay? And so what happens is that the employer hires somebody and they think they're going to perform, and they don't perform based on their expectations, and so the outcome is low employee productivity and morale. Now the CEOs don't know what to do because they know something's not working right, because they got stockholders and boards to report to. The HR personnel who's supposed to be finding the right people, they can't do it. But they're the ones that's selecting the people, along with the supervisor. So it's their fault of choosing individuals that can't perform based on what they expected, along with all these other productivity tools that they say that they got. So these people need to go through my program. Okay, because this is affecting humans. The leaders of higher education institutions need to go through this program, because with our program, they understand how to identify and actually attract students that want to stay in school because the student now is doing something because they want to get it. The workforce leaders, the workforce board, the same thing. All these workforce programs that they have that's supposed to be training an individual for an employer, but the employer still suffers with low productivity and morale. But in order to make this happen, the leaders need to go through it, because unless they can understand how they got there, they can't develop others. It's kind of simple. Unless you can understand how you got to where you are, then you can't really do it for others. Anyway, by going through our model, and like I said, we don't use anything traditional at all. We only use the individual's uniqueness. Okay, so for the individual, when they come out knowing how to get enjoyable employment for their working career, always going to be at competitive wages, because it's based on what the other people see them capable of doing, not them. And they're always going to be productive because they do these things anyway. The employer is going to get improved employees for their in-house people in order to increase the productivity, so they're in the right jobs based on their uniqueness so they can perform. But in addition to that, we're going to save them large sums of money on training, retraining, grievances, turnover, and lawsuits, which equates to some of the profit. However, we can get a good chunk of that. Plus, they can get more because people are doing things that they enjoy doing. Now, the other people over here will get improved hiring and qualified candidates because the candidate now knows how to match things that they enjoy doing up with the types of jobs that they want. The difference is they don't have to send in resumes in this model. All they got to do is use their network of people who already know them. But the other thing is when you choose to go to school, you'll go because you want to, not because you have to, but you'll go based on something that fits all those other skills and abilities that you walked in the door with. But now, if that makes sense, think of all the veterans that go in the military, serve time, and come out and say, I don't know what to do. Our process knows how to take the skills and abilities. It knows how to show them the skills and abilities they had before they went in, the skills and abilities they gained when they came out, and the skills and abilities that they can go use where somebody wants all of that knowledge and experience. Okay, so imagine the increase of morale and the self-esteem and all that kind of stuff that they're suffering with right now. But anyway, so and the workforce board and the education, the schools, all that sort of stuff, they'll be able to produce better trained individuals. Anyway, so this is the process that I'm introducing. Mr. Dukes, I see you there, but I can't see your face. But anyway, this is the process that we're introducing. So most times, if you hear me, my answers are totally different than most people's because it's a different model. It's a different process, and I've spent the 20 years, 25 years developing the credibility of having staff, having dollars up and down. I've gone bankrupt, all that kind of stuff. But all of this was given to me based on a premonition or a vision. It wasn't anything that I planned to do. The vision said it was going to affect a large number of people. At the present time, I have a bunch of programs. You can go out on the website and look at them that are stand-up. I provide seminars and webinars, workshops. But the biggest problem I have is that there's only me, which means I can't be in two places at once. So the goal is to package our training programs, sell them to other trainers that are already established and got connections in the workforce, and go in and train their trainers, and then give them a license to use our model. So that's the goal. And I've had some of that experience with working with training programs for Pitney Bowes and the Federal Reserve Bank, because I was in charge of how that stuff works. But in addition to that, these are income streams as well. I make a few dollars off my books. They're on Amazon and on the website, but I need marketing. I have some ebooks, the same thing, need marketing. I get a couple sales every now and then. I have videos of courses, and I have online courses that are now in 107 countries on the planet plus. And so if I had marketing and pushing, all of that could jump very quickly. I'm understaffed. I have no staff. I don't have the capital. I've probably got enough to go to a bank now, but haven't had in the past. But this is the model that I'm introducing to the planet. It has the potential to affect every human being on the planet based on their uniqueness. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to share with you, so that you can see the size of what I'm attempting to do and how far I've come and how far I got to go. I'm in a program now at the University of Tampa so I can get some interns. I found out I can get some interns. I can get some of those people majoring in marketing and social media marketing. And hopefully I have some of those on board by the end of February. And if I can take my current products that are already out there and start to promote those. I have more courses, more stand-up courses that I need to transfer into products, and and packaging the courses again so I can sell them to other trainers uh, and training them on how to deliver the larger modules. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Got any questions?
Mm.
Not a small project. I just decided to take it on and see how life would go by for me. But I have no idea of what I was doing or had done. I just got busy based on the guidance. I think you've heard me before say that I'm being guided by some power, God or anybody else that you want to name. And so I can now see how how it's already impacting a large number of people, way beyond my imagination of large. In addition to that, I got a radio show now that's live on YouTube and Facebook, reaching all the planet, plus everything's archived. I want to take my archive shows and turn them into a podcast and turn those into an income stream as well. But I only got two hands. Need all the help I can get. Don't have any money to pay them. So I'm looking for people looking for opportunities to create a position that maybe want some shares of stock or something like that in the company that like doing what they're doing. Because that's what my model is all about. The things I'm not good at doing, I know I'm not good at. I can fumble at doing them, but fumbling don't get it in the big arena. So anyway, so that's what I'm struggling with, having a way of telling people or showing people. I didn't even have this 6 months ago or 9 months ago. I couldn't put it together. I could speak it, and you couldn't grasp it. I didn't know how to draw it out, so you can get an idea. But anyway, that's what I wanted to share with you. I can't hear you, Mr. Dukes. If you're there, you got to click on the mic, I think. But anyway, I see that you're there. But John, anyway.
Well, did you explain to Mr. Dukes that this will be on, you'll be able to get it?
No, not yet.
And review it?
Well, do you have any more questions for me? Because then I'll stop the share and stop the...
No, I don't have any more questions. I'll review it.
Okay.
Questions, I'll get back with you on.
Yeah, I'll get back to you. I'm going to get out of that. I'll get back to you with the video. I'm not sure when it'll be ready. It should be maybe 10 minutes from now.
Okay.
Or less, and I'll just send it to you.
That works.
Yep, I'll send it to you, and you can go check it out, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right.
How's Mr. Dukes? I still never met him.
I'm not sure how come I'm not sure why his mic is off. So, but anyway, I'm going to get off because I think I've used my time up.
Okay.
And they didn't kick me off, which is good. So,